Hey guys, Hackersploit here, back again with another video, and welcome back to the BlackArch series. In this video, I'm going to be talking about virtualization of hypervisor tools. So more specifically in regards to VirtualBox and VMware. So if you're on VMware, I'm going to be talking about how to install the VMware tools. If you're on VirtualBox, the guest utilities as they are so called. And these tools or utilities allow you to get the best performance out of your VM. They allow you to essentially have a better experience when using the VM. So it allows you to, for example, to scale the resolution appropriately, and you can have a much better viewing experience and much better performance. So it is really recommended to have them running. Now with VMware, things get a little bit different, and we have to actually use OpenVM tools. But for VirtualBox, you get support right out of the box. So if I just open up a terminal here, so let me just open up a terminal, and let me just make that a bit larger so we can see what's going on, right? So with VirtualBox, all you need to do is type in, of course, we're going to use the package manager. So pacman, so sudo pacman s, and we want to look for VirtualBox. I think it's VirtualBox guest utilities. So there it is. You can see it right over here. So the VirtualBox guest utilities. There we are. We'll install that right now, and you can hit install, and that should install it for you, and you should get a much better experience with VirtualBox. In my case, I'm using VMware, right? So again, let me just clear this up, and we can now talk about VMware. So by default, if we go into VM, which is what I'm using with VMware, and we go into let me just cancel the initial lock, right? So I'm going to say VM, and we're going to wait for that to stop. You see that if we type in install VMware tools, you're going to see that the guest operating system has locked the CD-ROM, and we really cannot insert that. Now, of course, you can download the files and go about installing it manually, but I recommend running this much faster. So if we use OpenVM tools, we're able to start the VMware wrapper that it does come with, so we're able to do it really quickly. So again, we're going to type in sudo pacman, and the reason I'm using sudo is to reiterate the fact for users who may not be using the root user by default. So sudo pacman s, and we're going to be installing the OpenVM tools. So OpenVM tools. I commonly use this when running Arch Linux, not BlackArch, but Arch, a vanilla install. So I'm going to hit enter, and as you can see, it's going to prompt us to download the packages. So I'm going to download them. We'll give this a few seconds to set up. So I'll wait for this to complete. Let's give it a few seconds there. There we are, and that is done. All right, so now we need to enable the service. So again, we're using system control. We're going to say enable VM tools, the VM tools service. So again, we're going to hit enter, and that is going to enable the service. So if we reboot, we should have the service running. So I'm going to reboot now, and I'm just going to wait for this to reboot. So there we are, VMware back again. We're in grub. Let's get that started, and we'll wait for this to start up. Dev SDA3, everything's clean, great. All right, so it should bring us into the logon screen here, and we can get started again with XFCE and check if we have the ability to actually utilize the VMware tools or the VM tools. All right, so it looks like it should be starting now. All right, there we are. So let's stick with XFCE root, and let me enter my password here, and we hit enter, and we're ready to rock and roll once again. Right, so again, it's taken us back to the default resolution that we left it on. There we are, great. So you aren't experiencing any issues so far. So if we take at view, for example, if we go into full screen, it resizes automatically and the service is running. So that really is beautiful, and we now have the VMware tools running successfully on BlackArch Linux. So again, if you do experience any issues directly, and we have the dock now, which is great because everything is scaled. If you do experience any issues with the service not starting, if you try and scale it, that's one of the best ways to know whether you have the VMware tools installed. So what you can do is you can run the wrapper. So you can type in VMware user. I believe that is VMware user. was it super use ID? Yeah, the wrapper. There we are. So you can just hit enter and that will enable the service for you. But by default, with the latest version that I'm using, everything works right out of the box. So that's all I wanted to cover in this video. Just a quick video showing you how to get all your virtualization tools or the guest utilities installed. So again, if you have any questions or suggestions, let me know in the comment section, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Peace.